Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my first ever Q&A. Really anxious, like excited and nervous because I've never done anything like this before, but I've really wanted to for a long time. So I posted a picture on Instagram and I let you guys know in a previous video to put questions on that picture, like comments. And also I might just pull some questions that I've received before in YouTube videos and I'm gonna answer them here today, which could be interesting. But let's just get right on into it. Before we do, check out my social medias, which I'll leave on the screen right now if you haven't already. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. You aren't gonna wanna miss the 3 videos I post a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and also 1 vlog a week, so 4 videos a week actually. Okay guys, let's just get right on into this. Peach Gabrielle asks, what is the one cult favorite brand that you just hate or simply not a fan of? It's a really good question. I don't believe in Huda Beauty. I probably will never ever buy anything from Huda Beauty. Sorry, it's like a really easy name to mess up. Huda Beauty. To be honest, I don't think you can classify yourself as a cruelty-free brand if you are using selling mink eyelashes. That is about it. I just have a bad taste in my mouth from Huda Beauty just because of some random things I've heard as well. I've never tried anything from Huda Beauty and I probably never will. And another brand I'm really pissed off at is NARS because they were cruelty free and it's 2017 and they decided they wanted to not be cruelty free at 2017. Like, are we back in like the 19th century, the 18th century, the 17th century? I don't understand. Really confusing, really pissed off at NARS. So mad that even if they went cruelty free again, I might never buy anything from them just because it makes me so mad and sad. And I used to love them, so that's why it hurts even more. Perks of Being May commented, how old are you? I'm 24, my birthday's April 29th. I was born in 1993. 90s girl. Hey, I'm just kidding, no. I was born in 1993 and yeah, 24 years old. And that's about it. One of my lovely subscribers who comments all the time on like pictures and all my videos, I am gonna butcher this name and please forgive me. And if you are watching this, please comment down below like a good pronunciation. It's Cayetana Pano. And she says, when did you decide to create a YouTube channel? Fan number 1. Love you, thank you. And I actually wanted to do YouTube for about 4 years and I just kind of chickened out. And so, like, really, please, if you have a dream, start it immediately. Immediately. I just think back, like, if I really started 4 years ago, like, do you know where I could be right now? Like, I could just be so big. I could be making money off of YouTube. I think about that all the time, like every day. So don't ever put off your dreams. Like, seriously, do it right away. So yeah, about 4 years ago, and then I officially posted my first vlog about a year ago, no, a little over a year ago in October of last year. And then my first beauty video was right after that. So October of 2016 is when I officially posted for the first time. But you know that I actually wanted a channel 4 years ago because that's when I created my YouTube channel. I just never posted anything on it. Henny XX commented, what do you do besides YouTube and what do your parents think of your channel? I work at a job from 9 to 5, 8 to 5, something like that. And I write and I like reading and I like to sing and I like to watch TV with my husband and my sister and just hang out at home. That's what I do besides YouTube. And what do my parents think of my channel? I think they're just really supportive of my dreams in general. They don't necessarily like completely understand it, but I don't think most people from like our elder generation do, just because it is definitely a very new job option, I guess you could say. But they love it. My dad asks me all the time, like, what are your numbers at? Like, oh my gosh, what video did you post today? And my mom asks me, or like comments like, oh my gosh, look at your subscriber count, you're growing all the time. So they love it. It's really exciting and I love that. I get a lot of support from my loved ones. So Shelby GT500 asked, I'm currently in the process of wedding planning. What was your wedding day like and any tips or advice? Weddings are crazy and I promise you, if you're anything like me and most women out there, you'll forget half of it the next day. And it's just because like your mind is going literally a million miles a minute like literally a million miles a minute, especially like at the reception when you need to go talk to people and you're like, who do I talk to next? Who do I say thank you to? And they're all coming up to you and you're walking around trying to talk to other people, but you're also just trying to enjoy the moment with your significant other, your new spouse. And like, so it's just like a crazy thing. And I would highly recommend a videographer. I couldn't afford a videographer, so I had a friend of mine record on my camera and then I went in and edited it myself. But it was like before I had an autofocusing camera, so it was just like not great quality. But congrats on getting married. It was the best day of my life and it will always be the best day of my life, and I'm really just, it's the best thing ever. And Gabby0602, they commented, I hope this is not too personal, but I'm really interested in your real life job. Did you go to college? You're great, love to watch your vids. Thank you so much for watching. I did go to 2 years of college. I went to a business college. It's a 2-year college. I didn't finish. I moved up to Utah for school for that college, and then had to move home for like personal family reasons. And it was right before I had like 1.5 semesters left of school. So I kind of left like in the middle of the semester, went home, lived at home for a year and worked, and then moved back up to Utah. And then when I moved back up to Utah, that's when I met my husband, Sam. And I plan on finishing school after he's done. So that was a really long way of telling you. I did go to college for 2 years. As far as my real life job, I am an accountant. No, I did not go to school for accounting. I do not like accounting really, if we're being honest, but it was a good job and a really good opportunity and a really good company, and I really like where I'm at. Will I be there forever? No, because as soon as YouTube takes off for me, once I start making money, this will be my sole job. But that is my real life job. I guess you could say my adult job. Mel SSMX asked, what was the things that made you think this is my man about your husband? Also, do you like to stay at home or go out somewhere? I mean in general, and have a good day. You have a good day too. I don't know if there was like one thing that I was like, this is my man. But I just think it was like everything he did on a day-to-day basis. It just made me feel comforted, it made me feel at home, made me feel at peace, made me feel happy. And it was just who he was, who he is, who he was then when we first met. Funny, always happy, never in a bad mood. I think I've seen him angry maybe twice in the 4 years that we've been together, and that meant a lot to me. So I think as long as you feel always at peace and happy and just like in this state of love, like that would never go away, that should never go away. If you're feeling those feelings, like I think you're in the direction of finding the one, you know what I mean? So that is basically all I really have to say about that. And I like to do both, go home and stay out. No, stay home and go out. I really kind of am more of a homebody. Like we just like to lay in bed and watch TV shows or movies, or you know, edit YouTube videos and hang out with my cats. I might sound crazy, but that is like my favorite thing to do in the world, is hang out with my cats. Yeah, but we love going to the movies. We go to the movies like once a week, sometimes twice a week, usually just once, but we love the movies, and we love going out to dinner occasionally. Prefer a home-cooked meal, but occasionally going out to dinner. This is a really good question. This is one I've been waiting for. This is by Glory Emmanuel, and they asked, how did you learn to do makeup? And then they put in parentheses like through YouTube or your friends, ... It is so funny because in high school, like I was a huge tomboy, especially in elementary school and middle school. I wore like baggy t-shirts and basketball shorts. If you guys didn't know, I played basketball my entire life until I graduated high school. All I would wear to school is like mascara, but like barely any mascara. And then once I got into my senior year of high school, I actually had my hair dyed like dark brown, which my natural is like dark blonde, light brown. And so it was really different for me, and I have like the palest, blondest eyebrows naturally. Like they're literally lighter than this. So I started like putting a little bit of pencil in my eyebrows because I had to make them match my hair. That was a really long way of saying I like never would wear any makeup except for like, you know, a little bit of eyebrows, a little bit of lashes, and then I would buy like a single eyeshadow from the drugstore and sometimes like just put it on my lid, sometimes if I had time. My mom is very similar to that, like just not a ton of makeup. She does her makeup in 2 minutes and she's out the door. So I didn't learn from like anyone around me. I really started picking it up on YouTube. The very first person I ever really watched on YouTube was Bethany Moda. I loved her like crafts and DIY stuff, but that was like 5-6 years ago when I really started watching that. Then I really fell in love with Maddie Bragg, and I loved watching her makeup, like her everyday makeup videos. And then I really branched out into this huge makeup universe about 4 years ago where I started watching so many people's makeup tutorials. I am completely taught through YouTube. I am not a makeup artist. I will never say I'm a makeup artist because I am not a makeup artist, but I am completely learned through YouTube. That is where I learned all the tricks. Everything I do, I learned from somebody on YouTube. And I think that is so awesome that we have that outlet now. Like if you're really into makeup and you just want to learn how to put it on yourself, you can just YouTube search so many different videos. And that's what I did. I was like horrible at makeup like 4 years ago. And then like now I'm obsessed with makeup. I learn tricks all the time. I try new tricks, you know. The Shanna I Am One commented, you mentioned on one or a few of your videos that you're from California but live in Utah. So why Utah? What took you there? This is the question I also have been waiting for. I am born and raised in Southern California. I lived in Colorado for 1 year when I was 4 or 5. I want to say 4. I can't really remember. I mean, it could have been, actually, it's actually probably, I don't know. But born and raised in Southern California. When we moved to Colorado, we lived there for literally 9 months and then moved back. We literally moved back to the same exact street in the same city in Southern California. So literally that is my home, like Southern California. I'm obsessed with everything about it. I love the beach. I love the food there. I love the feel. The weather is my favorite. I hate cold. And Disneyland, obviously. I could go to Disneyland all the time if I lived in California right now. The reason I'm in Utah is I came to Utah for school. I just had this feeling at the end of my high school that like I needed to get out and go do something. And I learned a lot about myself, especially that first year of moving out here. I went through a really hard breakup right before moving up to Utah. And so like I was at my most vulnerable I've ever been at that time in my life. So I really did do a lot of learning, because when you're most vulnerable is when you're doing most of your learning and like growing. Anyways, I went to school for 2 years, moved back to California. When I moved back to California, I was like, there is no way I'm moving back to Utah. Like literally I told my friends here like, oh, I'll be back, don't worry. But in my mind I was like, I'm not moving back to Utah because it's cold, I hate the winter, and I just love my Southern California home so much. But then at the end of the year that I was there, I had that feeling again, like I really need to just get up and go do something because I'm turning into a couch potato and I'm making decisions that I don't love. So when I moved back up to Utah, and then it was all for the most wonderful reasons, because I met Sam, and now it's 4 years later. We've been married for 2 years almost, and that is why I'm in Utah, because he is finishing school. He is going to the University of Utah to become a registered nurse, and then later on in life he wants to become a nurse practitioner. So we have about another 2 years up here, and then we will move back to California. That is where my parents still are. My mom's a nurse, so it would be really nice to have Sam move down there and get experiences from my mom, who's also a nurse, and help get a job that way. But anyways, we will for sure be moving back to Southern California. That is my home, that is my love, and we are up here while he is finishing school. So that is that. And she also asked, how do you meet your husband? We met at work, we worked at a restaurant, we were servers, so it was a really fun atmosphere. And yeah, this video is gonna be so long. What's your favorite TV show at the moment? Asks XXAria12. It's kind of up in the air. I don't know if I have a favorite TV show at the moment, like one that's currently airing. Right now, I think my favorite show to watch is Mad Men. One of my favorite shows of all time, for sure, hands down, Gossip Girl and Vampire Diaries. So if you haven't watched those, get onto Netflix and watch those. Favorite show that's currently airing, I would probably say Riverdale, even though like I don't love it as much as Gossip Girl or Vampire Diaries. It's still a really fun, entertaining show to watch. But those are like the favorites, you know, those are the favorites. Oh, and Game of Thrones, that's like one of my all-time favorite shows ever. That's Colby asked, what have you been listening to non-stop? I always love Billie Eilish, or Eilish, however you pronounce her last name. Kehlani music, LMA music. Niall Horan's new album is really good. All of Harry Styles' album is phenomenal. I listen to a lot of R&B, and I listen to a lot of like folk acoustic, but like I'm talking like really calm, like not the like really peppy stuff, like the really calm, like really somber music. I really love like the sad music. One of my favorite bands ever is Lumineers, so yeah. Yo, it's Lissa asked, what is your favorite place to eat at Disneyland / California Adventure, and what is your favorite thing to eat there? That's a really good question. Well, I love getting the vegetable gumbo at the New Orleans like little place right above Pirates of the Caribbean. The vegetable skewers are really good at Bengal barbecue. I don't eat meat, but I do have family who's eaten like the steak and chicken skewers or whatever, and they love those as well. One of the places that's really easy to eat at is the pizza place right next to Space Mountain, because there's a lot of options: pasta, pizza, salads, like lots of desserts, breadsticks, like there's tons of options there. I don't eat all the time in DCA, but I do love the snacks. Like their ice cream there is really good. They do sell slushies, which are really yummy and fun to eat. And oh, I love getting pretzels at Disneyland. I love the Mickey Mouse shaped pretzels with salt. Love them. And churros are obviously so good. But yeah, I think my favorite places to eat are the pizza place and also the New Orleans like gumbo place where they sell the clam chowder and you know all that. It's really good. I could talk about Disneyland for days, so if you guys have any more Disneyland questions, let me know. Dana Vegs asked, who influenced you when it comes to do makeup? What is the best foundation you have tried so far that you would recommend? Foundation is so dependent on like your skin type. The Fenty Beauty foundation is one of my favorites. Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and I have really dry skin, so these are suited towards my skin types. The Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, those are my favorites, but again, it's just like, those are my holy grails. Those are my ride or dies, but again, it really just depends on the type of skin you have. Who influenced me when it comes to makeup? No one in specific, but really like who influenced me to do YouTube, like Bethany Moda and Maddie Bragg. Again, that was like 5 or 6 years ago when I was like a lot younger, like 18 and 19. So my style is a lot different than they were back then, obviously. But those two people influenced me a lot because I fell in love with YouTube and that's what I wanted to do. I don't know if that answers this question, I apologize. Peach Gabrielle again asked, what are your pet peeves? Chewing with your mouth open. And that's about it. And bailing is annoying. BX Polar _03 asked, are you coming to the Philippines soon? I really hope so, maybe within the next couple of years. I'll let you know. Val _B77 asked, how old are you? 24, like I said previously. And what is your biggest dream? Do you want a baby later? My biggest dream is fulfilling the dream I'm currently on, which is being a YouTuber. I am a YouTuber. Fulfilling my dream would be one day when it makes enough money for me that I don't have to work, because this is my passion. This is what I want to do. This is my goal. I want to be a YouTuber solely, and I love it. I do want a baby later, not within the next couple of years, but yes, I will have kids with Sam. We will have a few kids, and we're really excited for that time in our life. We're not there just yet, you know what I'm saying? VC0302 asked, would you do a tutorial or tell us about your wedding makeup / wedding hair? When did you first get into makeup, and when did you consider ever working makeup or training in makeup and beauty? Let me answer those two questions first. Yes, I want to do a whole video dedicated to my wedding makeup and hair, which wasn't great because that was 2 years ago before I was really good, like, or as good as I am now. But I do want to do a video recreating it, or like what I would do different, like what I would do if I was getting married now. And I did for a while think about becoming a professional makeup artist, and then I just remembered like that's not really my dream, like working makeup for others. If a good friend of mine or family member wants me to do their makeup, of course, that's fun, I love that. But I don't think it's my dream to do makeup on others on a day-to-day basis. She says, I love your cats. Tell us more about them. When you got them? Are they all from a shelter? They're all actually strays. We rescued all of them from the streets. I want to do a video in the future dedicated to the cats, so I'm gonna kind of like keep the info at that for now. But yes, they were all strays. We rescued all of them. They're all amazing. They are my life. I love them. Would you ever consider doing other types of videos like clothing hauls, meet the family, meet the friends? Yes, I cannot wait to do a clothing haul. I'm gonna kind of save that for when I have a little bit more money to spend on clothing, so it's not just like 2 items here. How are you excited? You know what I mean? Okay, you guys, perfect timing because my red blinking battery light is flashing, so my battery is about to die, but I'm also done answering all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. This is only like the first Q&A. I'm gonna do many more, so if you have more questions, definitely continue to ask them. I do like to respond to comments, so you can just ask them in a comment of this video, or you can just hold them till the next time I do a Q&A. I will announce it and let you guys know, so you can tweet me or comment or whatever to ask your question. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my social medias, which I'll put on the screen, and they're also listed down below. I love you guys so much. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it is that you're watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Oh, Angela spent your whole life running